Debt. Ooh, it can feel like, like that tangled mess of Christmas lights you shove in a box, hoping you won't have to deal with it till next year.
Uh-huh, totally.
But hey, you're here, ready to tackle yours. And luckily, you don't have to go all Clark Griswold on those lights alone, or your debt, for that matter.
We're here to help you untangle this mess.
Exactly. We're diving into 4 common but seriously powerful debt reduction strategies: credit counseling, debt consolidation, home refinancing, and even cashing out home equity.
We'll shed some light on each one, so to speak.
I see what you did there. All right, let's kick things off with credit counseling.
Okay, sounds good.
So it's basically like having a personal trainer, but for your finances. Someone to, guide you through the wilderness of your debt and help create like a personalized workout plan, but for your money.
Yeah, I like that analogy. I often compare it to hiring, like a seasoned park ranger to guide you through a dense forest. They know all the trails, the shortcuts.
Right. And like most importantly, how to avoid those financial quicksand pits.
Exactly. But here's the thing, just like not all park rangers are created equal, the same goes for credit counselors.
That's a good point. So how do you know who to trust?
Well, some might charge you an arm and a leg for information you could have gotten for free, like a well-marked trail you could have navigated with a free map from the park entrance.
Right.
That's why it's super important to do your homework, really research and choose a reputable nonprofit or government agency. There are tons of resources out there that can provide guidance without breaking the bank.
Absolutely. Finding the right counselor can make all the difference. Now, speaking of managing payments, that's where debt consolidation comes in. It's like hitting the simplify button on a chaotic streaming service situation. Am I right?
100%. Instead of juggling multiple subscriptions with like different due dates, different amounts, it's overwhelming.
Right.
You streamline everything into one platform.
Right.
Essentially swapping multiple high-interest debts. Those are the real culprits for a single and hopefully lower interest loan or a credit card.
So it's less about what you owe and more about who you owe it to, right?
In a way, yeah. It's about making those monthly payments more manageable.
And anything that brings a little peace of mind during a financially stressful time is a win in my book. But, and I think this is important to reiterate, consolidation doesn't magically erase the debt. Right.
You got it. It's not a magic wand. Think of it more as a strategic reorganization tool. It helps you get a better grip on your finances, but you still have to put in the work to pay it all off. And speaking of tools, while we're on the subject, it's crucial to understand any balance transfer fees that might come along for the ride.
Oh, those pesky fees.
Yeah, exactly. Those are essentially the cost of transferring your balances to that new loan or card. So while consolidation can potentially save you money on interest in the long run, those upfront fees could offset the benefits if you aren't careful.
Always read the fine print, folks. Okay, now, for our listeners who own homes, buckle up. There's a strategy that can unlock some serious potential home refinancing.
Now we're talking.
This one feels almost magical, especially these days with interest rates being what they are compared to like when a lot of people bought their homes.
It's definitely more strategic than magical, but I get your enthusiasm. It can feel like a game changer. Basically, you're taking advantage of the equity you've built in your home, that hard-earned ownership, to try to snag a lower interest rate on your mortgage.
And we all know what a lower interest rate means. Potentially big savings each month, right?
You got it.
And those savings aren't just sitting there. They become even more powerful when you redirect them toward tackling other high-interest debts, like those pesky credit cards we talked about. It's like a domino effect of financial progress, right?
Exactly. It frees up cash flow that you can then put towards those higher interest debts.
Love it. But of course, we got to talk about the flip side, right? Refinancing isn't just like a free pass to lower payments, is it?
Right. While the potential for savings is huge, refinancing does come with its own set of closing costs. It's like any major financial decision, you got to do your due diligence. Crunch those numbers, talk to your financial advisor, and really make sure the long-term benefits outweigh those upfront expenses.
Wise words. Which brings us to our final strategy, the one that feels like, I don't know, a total power move.
Yeah.
Cashing out.
Yes, this one can be a game changer.
Right. You're basically accessing that sweet, sweet equity you've built up in your home to just like poof.
Yeah.
Make those debts disappear.
Well, not quite poof, but you're essentially using the equity built up in your home to directly pay off other debts.
Right. It's a powerful tool for sure. But as they say, with great power
Comes great responsibility and potential risks.
Okay, so lay it on us. What do we need to be aware of?
One advantage to keep in mind is that, unlike credit card debt, the interest paid on a home equity loan might be tax deductible.
Oh, that's a good point.
Of course, always check with a tax professional for your specific situation because everyone's different, everyone's financial situation is unique.
Tax law is no joke.
Exactly. But the main thing to remember with cashing out is that you're essentially increasing the debt that's secured against your home.
So it's not just about getting rid of debt, it's about understanding the kind of debt you're taking on.
Precisely. It can be a fantastic tool for managing debt, but you need a solid plan for handling this new debt to avoid any potential downsides.
Makes sense. Well, there you have it, folks. We've explored 4 paths to conquering that debt monster, each with its own unique advantages and, of course, some things to watch out for.
Yep.
And just remember, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. The best approach for you, well, that always depends on your unique financial landscape.
Your financial forest, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, just by tuning in today, you've already taken that first step, becoming more informed.
And honestly, that's half the battle. It's wild to think about how fast the world of finance changes, new options popping up all the time.
Seriously.
So we're curious, what innovative debt solutions do you think are on the horizon? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Hit us up on social media. Until next time.